You about 100 pounds of goofy, man. Greetings, everyone. I hope that the weekend is auspicious for you. Welcome to our Saturday show, our live stream. I'm shooting this video this afternoon just before the show. A little bit of a Hermitage update. I kind of did a video for you last week and showed you some stuff, and I'm going to show you some more cool stuff. Now that winter has more or less broken up here in the Trinity Alps, things are really beginning to move and shake for the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. So I wanted to get my boys. They're out here on the mountainside. They may join in on the video, but what I wanted to show you was this lovely, lovely pile of stuff. Now, to the untrained eye, this may look like a pile of junk. But this stuff here came from my neighbor, and understand that by neighbor I mean he's about a mile down the road that way. He's literally my closest neighbor in that direction, but he's about a mile up the road. And he came up the other day to visit us, had a nice long visit, sat with us and talked, and gave him a tour of the Hermitage. We met him actually the first day we were in the MRE, and we've known them ever since. Nice farmer just down the road. He raises horses. But in any case, he came to us, came to me here at the Hermitage, and he said, "You know, I've got some stuff I think you might be interested in." And what he had going on was he's got this huge. He used to raise goats, and he's got on his farm this huge, area. Everything: pens, fencing, buildings, little teeny structures, and stuff like that. And a lot of it made out of pallets. And what he wanted to do is he wanted to trade. We could keep all the material we wanted if we took the site down to the ground, tidied up a little bit, and just put it into what we didn't want into little piles. And we agreed to the deal immediately. And we have a similar pile about this size down at my sister, who won't be here tonight. No, she will be here tonight. It's Venerable Tarpa that's not going to be here tonight, but my sister will be here tonight, and so she got a similar size pile already, and we're only not even halfway done. We worked at it several days after we made the agreement, but we were able to get, I'd say, about half of it down and cleaned up, and this is what we were able to salvage. In fact, this is pretty much everything we took down, because almost everything we take down is of some value, even if it's just for firewood. So it's pretty much all going to one of our 3 properties up here, because Bone, who's in the chat right now, he owns a piece up here. My sister owns a piece up here. And so as we continue to finish this job for them, we're going to continue to make trips to at least their 2 properties. I have most of what I want here. There's one more row of fencing coming, and I'm going to explain to you what you're looking at. It's a very specific pile of stuff, guys. Well, first of all, the 2x4s, and we got a bunch of them, they're always useful, and they're nice and straight. They're really in great condition. I needed one. I needed an 8-footer for the mast of the turbine to reinforce it for next year, when the storm season comes again, and I got that. And just a bunch of extra 2x4s. The 4 large pallets, and they're very large, guys. These are huge pallets, and they're in really good shape. It's really nice wood. They're flat. They haven't warped, and they're well seasoned. So these are going to be the first 4 meditation platforms on the property. and I already got kind of lined up where I'm going to put them. And the idea is, well, why would you make a meditation platform this big? Well, first of all, it's the size I wanted it. This is the plan. And the reason is simple. First of all, because a couple of people can meditate on it at the same time. There's no reason that a couple of people couldn't share the spot if we have a group up here. And the other reason is that when people come up to retreat, yes, it's going to be encouraged to, sort of bring a tent just to keep all your stuff in and stuff like that. But up here in the summertime, like for pretty much the next 8 months, you could totally sleep outdoors under the stars if you wanted to, and you really wouldn't be bothered by anything really, not even like bugs or once we get the fencing up that we're going to talk about, critters even, you'd be okay. And you could have a nice night, get a nice medium grade sleeping bag, roll out on one of the platforms and spend the night under the stars here in the mountains, and that can be quite an experience. We'll probably spend a good deal of time sleeping outdoors, even though we own the property, because it's just so much fun in the summertime to do so, and it gets really warm up here. It will still cool down at night, but it gets very warm up here during the summertime. So sleeping outdoors is actually a lot of fun, and this gives people a place to do all of that. And even if the dogs want to lay around on them, whatever, that's fine too. They're part of what's going on here at the Dharma Hermitage. So 4 incredible meditation platforms that would have cost a great deal of money, to be honest with you, to build. But they're going to be very, very easily put together, and we're going to paint them maroon and seal them with a nice outdoor acrylic paint, which I've already got a can of. And that's going to be the color motif. And then what we have here is also incredibly valuable, that you cannot even imagine. We now know almost for certain that we'll be getting enough fencing to do 2 of the 4 sides of the Hermitage. That's actually more than I expected to do this year. And we still may do a 3rd side. I'd really like to get a split rail fence on the front. But that is definitely enough to do 2 whole sides of the Hermitage fencing. And we're getting the stakes with them. We've got the stakes to go with it, and we've got more stakes to bring over. There's still quite a few over there. Some we haven't even pulled out of the ground yet. But and so that is incredible, because I did not expect to get that much fencing even done, mostly because of the expense this season, this year. But it looks like we'll get at the very least 2 sides and possibly 3 sides of the property fenced in, which will be just a huge step in the right direction. I would just point out to my people who've been watching my videos and who are all the time tuned in and everything to what we're doing up here. We have a spring appeal going on. It's in the description below, and I believe as we're watching this video, I'll probably throw the link tonight for you guys into the chat. And that describes how we want to, first of all, pay for the Hermitage and the labor for the whole, the food for the whole spring, but also how we're going to pay for and try to get, and now you see more than ever, and the final anecdote that I'm going to tell you really brings home why this is so important. But we really need to get that appeal going and get the driveway put in. I'm going to do all the labor myself, but we need the gravel, the wheelbarrow, and things like that. More than ever, it's important now that we're bringing material up in here to have a proper driveway where vehicles can enter and exit the property, and a place to park down below. And I'm going to tell you the final anecdote that why that's so important, more important than ever, is we have another donation that I didn't expect we were going to do this year at all. I wanted where my main shelter is up here in the central area of the property, where our main shelter tent is, and you've seen it before on video. We wanted eventually to replace that with a trailer, a small, diminutive, like 15-foot, 20-foot, possibly an RV trailer or a utility trailer that I could build in. And the moral of that story is that if we do a good job, if me and Bone are doing this, by the way, so give a thanks to Bone. He's really been helpful to get this stuff up to the Hermitage for us, and he's also helping me take the whole thing down. And so you know, me and Bone will, you know, take care of getting the trailer up in here. But we are going to get donated, if we do a good job down at the job site we're doing now, and we take this pen down and rake everything up, which is going to be pretty easy to do. It's not that complex, really. Um, Hey guys, it looks like my microphone cut out near the end of that video that I was just shooting for you, but I'm just going to finish up because I said most of what I wanted to say about what's going on up here. Can't wait to see you guys all tonight on the live stream, but please, 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 guys, that trailer is perfect. It saves us thousands in expense that we would have had to eventually raise to put that sort of a shelter up here. And we really need the driveway. We can't get that trailer, I believe, in here without the driveway. So please look at our spring appeal. It describes exactly how we want to get this driveway put in and how we can pay for the Hermitage. We have a bunch of really pressing bills that have come due every month. It costs us only several $100s really to keep the Hermitage open. I can provide food for me and the boys, but I really need you guys to consider to help out right now because we have those bills coming due. In fact, the Starlink is overdue. And so please consider donating as early as tonight because we really need your help. We need Dharma heroes. But very, very happy with, and we're only like really a few weeks into what we would consider spring up here, and we're making huge progress. Really, that almost boxes out and frames out the work for the entire year if we can get the driveway in. But it's just essential. It's just gravel, guys. Help me out. You know, I'll do all the work and I'll put it here on YouTube so you guys can see us putting it in. You'll be proud, I promise. And you'll get to meet Bone because Bone will come up probably and help me put the driveway in. So give a consider to the spring appeal. Check out the link and the description of what we want to do up here going forward. And wish us luck. We're going to keep working, me and Bone, this week to bring more and more of this material out of there. And then, like I said, if we do a good job, I think we're going to look at bringing that trailer up here next. Thank you guys so much.